Imagine a perfectly manicured hand, not just adjusting an expensive tie, but maybe gently caressing the spine of a vintage videotape.
Right.
A seemingly mundane act that, in this world, well, it foreshadows something far more sinister.
Mm-hmm.
Now imagine that chilling, meticulous routine of a monster hidden in plain sight, soundtracked not by, like, innocent 80s pop, but by the relentless, intricate precision of heavy metal.
Yeah, quite a shift.
This is the unsettling yet utterly captivating world we're stepping into today.
Okay, let's unpack this then.
Yeah.
Imagine taking one of modern horror's most iconic and, arguably most disturbed figures.
Definitely disturbed.
Right. And mixing him with a heavy metal band renowned for their, cinematic terror.
Ice Nine Kills, yeah. And then wrapping it all up in a song that functions as both a chilling narrative and a surprising, almost audacious fan tribute. That's exactly what we're diving into today with Ice Nine Kills' track, Hip to Be Scared.
So, we've taken a stack of sources for this deep dive. There's a comprehensive fan wiki page dedicated to villain songs, which gives some incredible insights into the band's lore.
Really useful, that one.
And the full transcript of the music video itself, which lets us scrutinize, every visual and detail.
Little nuance.
Our mission. Well, it's to extract the most important nuggets of knowledge and insight from these sources, helping you understand how this deep dive into Hip to Be Scared is more than just a song.
Right.
It's a meticulously crafted homage, a character study, and a vital piece of a much larger, interconnected horror universe that Ice Nine Kills has just meticulously constructed.
Yeah, and what's really fascinating here is how the song functions on multiple levels. It's not just a track that, delivers a brutal punch, but also
a forensic character study that truly gets under your skin. And it's a crucial segment within an overarching narrative that expands the band's own intricate lore.
So it's doing a lot of work.
A lot of work. The core insight here isn't just that it's a horror song, but how Ice Nine Kills masterfully creates this three-dimensional experience with it.
Right.
It's a brutal standalone track, a surgical character study, and a vital piece of an unfolding saga. We're going to explore not just the lyrical content and its direct, often unsettling references.
Yeah, those references.
But the clever, almost surgical ways it draws from its inspiration, American Psycho, and contributes to the band's unique, interconnected storytelling.
Okay.
It's a masterclass in layered adaptation, truly pushing the boundaries of what a song can be by turning a single track into a multifaceted horror anthology installment.
Wow.
The real takeaway is that they're not just making music, they're building an entire interconnected narrative universe with every note, basically. All right, let's set the stage for this macabre masterpiece then. We're talking about Ice Nine Kills, an American metal band that has carved out a truly unique and distinctive niche for themselves in the music world.
Absolutely have.
They've become known for their intensely theatrical performances, their horror-themed lyrics, and their incredibly clever, often graphic music videos.
The videos are something else.
Yeah. And the song we're focusing on, the one that's going to be our guide through this particular horror-infused landscape, is, of course, Hip to Be Scared.
And right off the bat, what makes this track stand out even further is the powerful collaboration it features. You've got Jacoby Shaddix of the legendary band Papa Roach.
Oh, wow, yeah.
He lends his voice to the track. This isn't just a guest spot. It adds this layer of raw intensity and, cross-genre appeal.
Bridges the gap a bit.
Exactly. Bridges two distinct fan bases and amplifies the song's impact. And the very classification of Hip to Be Scared on the Villain's Song Wiki, where we got a lot of info.
Right. As a fan song, immediately signals its nature as a deliberate, heartfelt homage. It's not just a song inspired by something. It's a direct, almost reverent tribute to its source material.
Gotcha.
Its primary origin, as the sources reveal, is on Ice Nine Kills' 2021 album Welcome to Horrorwood, The Silver Scream 2.
Okay.
And this isn't just a random collection of songs, it's a meticulously planned concept album. Each track is designed to be its own horror movie in miniature.
Like a little film in itself.
Exactly, making the entire album a cohesive cinematic experience purely through sound. It just immerses you in a universe where iconic horror stories are reimagined through metal.
Now, before we go any deeper, it's probably worth noting that the Villain Song Wiki specifically flags Hip to Be Scared with a mature content warning.
Important context.
Right. This isn't something we're going to dwell on just for the sake of the rating, but it's a crucial contextual clue. It immediately tells you something significant about the song.
Yeah, sets expectations.
This warning signals the intense themes the song delves into themes directly stemming from its source material, American Psycho. Right. We're talking about the pervasive violence, the disturbing imagery, and the deep psychological horror inherent to the parody that forms its core.
It doesn't pull punches.
No. It's why it's fittingly featured on a villain song wiki in the first place. It embodies the chilling essence of a cinematic antagonist, not shying away from the disturbing aspects of that character.
Definitely.
It's kind of like a heads up that you're about to encounter some genuinely uncomfortable truths about human nature wrapped in a metal package.
Exactly. It's a critical signpost for the listener, preparing them for the unsettling content. And if we look at the creative minds behind this madness, the collaboration is quite extensive.
Yeah, I noticed that.
Which hints at the complexity of the final product.
Right.
The performers, as you mentioned, are Ice Nine Kills themselves, with Jacoby Shaddix as the featured artist, adding that extra vocal texture and grit. But then we dig into the lyricists and composers, and that's where things get really intricate and reveal the depth of the creative process.
Okay.
Spencer Charnas, the band's lead singer, is credited as a lyricist alongside Steve Sobchak. This immediately tells you that Spencer isn't just the voice, he's intimately involved in crafting the narrative.
He's in deep.
Yeah, he's steering the ship lyrically.
And then the composers list is fascinatingly long, almost a who's who of musical architects for this track. You've got Huey Lewis.
Which is amazing in itself.
Right. Huey Lewis, Josh Strock, Drew Falk, Spencer Charnas again, Ricky Armelino, Joseph Acciuti, Dan Sugarman, and Patrick Galante.
Phew.
That's a lot of creative energy converging on one track, truly highlighting the collaborative nature of its creation.
It is a formidable lineup,
Yeah, right.
indicating the meticulous craft behind it. And the significance of Spencer Charnas being both a lyricist and the fictionalized lead in the music video, well, that cannot be overstated.
Right, because he's playing the part too.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It connects him directly to the narrative he's helping to craft, making him not just an artist, but a central character within his own band's lore. He's literally embodying the story he's hoping to write.
Wow.
But the truly intriguing inclusion among the composers, the one that makes you pause, maybe even, chuckle with dark amusement, is Huey Lewis.
Yeah, tell me about that. It's brilliant.
It is. This is a direct, incredibly clever, and almost audacious nod to American Psycho's famously disturbing scene. You know the one?
Oh, yeah, the monologue.
The monologue where Patrick Bateman delivers this chilling speech about Huey Lewis and the News' album 4, right before things get very bad.
Right.
By putting Huey Lewis in the composer credits, Ice Nine Kills underscores the depth of the parody and their commitment to the source material from the absolute outset, even in these obscure details like the credit list.
That's attention to detail.
It really is. It's a detail that rewards close attention and shows just how meticulously crafted this whole experience is. It sets the tone for all the layers of reference that are coming.
Something really jumped out at me when I was looking at the title, Hip to Be Scared. It's obviously a direct, witty play on Huey Lewis and the News is hip to be square.
Clearly.
But the genius here, for me, is how that original song, Hip to Be Square, is used so chillingly and ironically in American Psycho itself.
Oh, absolutely. The juxtaposition is key.
So what does that immediate titular connection tell you about the band's intentions and the journey they're about to take us on? It feels like more than just a casual reference. It feels foundational.
It tells you everything you need to know about their conceptual commitment, really. The moment you hear that title, you're not just getting a song, you're getting a direct entry point into Patrick Bateman's twisted, ironic world.
Instantly.
This title choice immediately sets the tone and signals to you, the listener, that this isn't just a song about American Psycho, but one that deeply integrates its aesthetics, its specific moments, and its dark humor into its very fabric. It's a brilliant conceptual hook. This raises an important question, doesn't it? How does a seemingly innocuous pop song title, a classic 80s hit, become a harbinger of such profound and disturbing horror?
How does that transformation happen?
It's through this ironic subversion. That's how the song immediately establishes its connection to Patrick Bateman's world, where superficiality, pop culture, and a desperate need to fit in mask unspeakable acts. It perfectly primes you for the unsettling journey that follows, where the familiar becomes terrifying.
And the music video itself doesn't just reference Patrick Bateman. It tells the story of a fictionalized version of lead singer Spencer Charnas.
Right, the meta layer.
Yeah, who uses the song's in-universe music video, which is itself a direct parody of American Psycho, where he pretends to be Patrick Bateman to commit crimes. It's a meta-narrative wrapped in a tribute, essentially a performance within a performance.
Layers upon layers.
So, Spencer Charnas is essentially acting as Bateman within a music video, which is part of a larger album and narrative. Does this meta layer make the horror feel less real, maybe more performative? Or does it paradoxically make it even more unsettling because it blurs that line between art and reality? Much like Bateman blurs his own lines, maybe.
That's a fantastic question, and I'd argue it actually amplifies the unsettling nature. Think about it. Bateman himself is a performance.
Sure.
A carefully constructed facade of Wall Street success and impeccable taste designed to conceal his monstrous true self. By having Charnas perform that performance, they're doubling down on the theme of identity, artifice, and how easily a disturbed psyche can inhabit a role.
Okay.
It's what we call a meta-narrative, essentially, a story commenting on itself, or a performance within a performance. It forces you, the listener, to constantly question what's real and what's acted, much like the characters in the film who repeatedly fail to see Bateman for who he truly is.
So it draws you in deeper.
Exactly. This mirroring is incredibly effective for building atmosphere and truly developing the character for you. It creates a palpable sense of dread and unease, precisely because you're watching a character embody a character, blurring the lines of who the real villain is. The horror isn't lessened, it becomes more intellectually chilling, maybe.
The song goes even further, pulling specific, instantly recognizable dialogue straight from the film, weaving it directly into the lyrics and spoken word segments. It's not just a nod, it's like an auditory transplant.
Totally.
For instance, early on, you hear that iconic exchange just dripping with mundane horror. Patrick, where are you going? I'm just leaving. But why? I have to return some videotapes.
The classic line.
Right. For anyone familiar with the film, this isn't just a random line. It's Patrick Bateman's notorious, chillingly bland alibi for his most atrocious acts. It's a small detail, repeated throughout the film, that speaks volumes about his double life and his incredible ability to maintain that veneer of normalcy.
And that very banality of the excuse, delivered with such a straight face, makes it all the more terrifying, doesn't it?
Absolutely.
It highlights Bateman's utter detachment from the horrors he commits. The song doesn't just hint at it. It brings the character's cold, calculated voice directly into the listener's ear, immediately immersing you in his warped reality. It's a brilliant shorthand to establishing the psychological landscape.
But then to suddenly insert such a raw, expletive-laden line, "Not the Fing face, you piece of blitch trash," it's jarring.
Yeah, it hits hard.
That line, lifted directly from a moment of intense, shocking violence in the film, is brutally inserted into the song. Was that a deliberate choice to shock, or does it risk alienating listeners who might find it, I don't know, too graphic?
It's absolutely deliberate, I think, and arguably essential for capturing the authentic horror of American Psycho.
Okay.
While it might be a jolt for some, it immediately grounds you in the unvarnished, visceral, and utterly disturbing reality of Bateman's world. It's unflinching, and it mirrors the film's own confrontational nature. It forces you to engage with the horror directly, not just observe it from a distance, pulling you into the victim's perspective momentarily. It's a key moment where the song refuses to sanitize the source material.
And the obsession with superficiality and status, even amidst the violence, is perfectly captured with another direct yet darkly humorous exchange. But wait, let me give you my card. That's Bone.
Chuckles slightly. Yeah.
This short exchange perfectly encapsulates the dark humor and Bateman's bizarre priorities, his fixation on the material world, on minute details of presentation, even as he commits unspeakable acts. The scathing critique of consumerism and status is front and center, even in these brief, almost throwaway moments.
It's the ultimate juxtaposition, isn't it?
Yeah.
That striking contrast between his obsession with superficial business card aesthetics, the thickness, the font, the color, the watermark, and his horrific violence. It almost makes you laugh if it wasn't so utterly disturbing. It speaks to the total disconnect in his mind, where the material world holds more significance than human life. It's a powerful comment on the emptiness beneath the corporate facade.
But perhaps the most crucial and extended monologue that Ice Nine Kills repurposes, and frankly completely owns, is the one about, well, them.
The meta monologue, yeah.
It goes, "Do you like Ice Nine Kills? Not really. Their early work was a little bit too scene for me. But when the Silver Scream came out, I think they really came into their own, commercially and artistically. The whole album has a refined melodic sensibility that really makes it a cut above the rest. Hey, Paul.
Perfect.
For those of you who know American Psycho, you immediately recognize this as Bateman's obsessive pseudo-intellectual critique of pop music, originally directed at Huey Lewis in the News or Phil Collins.
No.
Here, it's a deep cut, a full, self-aware monologue from the film, brilliantly repurposed by Ice Nine Kills to comment on their own artistic journey.
The power of these direct insertions is undeniable. They don't just reference. They are the character speaking through the song, a literal channeling of Bateman's voice and twisted psyche. How do these lines contribute to the listener's understanding of the song's intent? Well, they ensure that the parody is precise, unmistakable, and utterly chilling. It's not just a song inspired by the film. It becomes an extension of the film's world.
Yeah.
If we connect this to the bigger picture, it shows a band confident enough to integrate full dialogue, including extended monologues, into a heavy metal track. This completely blurs the lines between music and cinema in a way that's rarely seen.
It really does.
It turns the song into a true audiovisual experience even without the video. And that particular monologue, the self-referential one, is particularly brilliant. It's an incredibly brave and effective artistic choice, simultaneously mocking the character while providing a commentary on their own growth. It truly invites you into a complex, self-aware artistic space.
Let's truly deconstruct the original lyrics now, because beyond the direct quotes, the original verses paint an incredibly vivid and disturbing picture. They immediately immerse you in the Bateman-esque persona with this fusion of superficiality and brutal reality. From the very opening lines, you're pulled into this duality. In the wealthiest sections, a killer complexion is often a great alibi. Then Valentino couture mixed with violence and gore, and finally, with my beauty routines and a fridge full of spleens. It's an immediate, shocking setup that tells you everything about who this character is.
These lines immediately establish the character's dual nature. The outward perfection, the meticulous grooming, the high-fashion facade, all masking an inner depravity that's truly horrific.
Yeah.
The very first line, "a killer complexion is often a great alibi," is so cynical and brilliant. It suggests that in a society obsessed with appearances, looking good can literally get you away with murder.
It's chilling.
The shocking juxtaposition of Valentino couture with violence and gore, or beauty routines with a fridge full of spleens, is quintessential Bateman. It's the very core of his character, where the mundane, the luxurious, and the monstrous coexist, indistinguishable in his mind.
Right.
This raises an important question. How does the song's language, through these striking contrasts, create such a vivid and disturbing character portrait so quickly and effectively?
How does it work?
It's through this stark imagery that you truly grasp the monster lurking beneath the polished surface, making the horror deeply unsettling.
And the lyrical core, the repeated refrain, really drives home the character's chilling self-awareness and twisted worldview. It acts as both a confession and a declaration of intent. So to hell with good intentions. So to hell is where I'll go. But the devil makes exceptions for all American psychos.
Yeah, that chorus hits hard.
It perfectly captures the character's dark resolve.
This chorus delves deep into the meaning of the character's mindset. It captures his profound self-awareness of his depravity, a conscious, almost proud embrace of it, rather than any shred of remorse or desire for redemption.
No turning back.
No. He's not just doing bad things. He's actively choosing a path to hell. More cynically, it presents the insidious idea of a world that makes exceptions for certain types of individuals, perhaps those with power, with immense wealth, or carefully cultivated charm individuals who, like Bateman, seem to operate above the conventional rules of morality and consequence.
Yeah.
The concept of the all-American psycho is particularly potent. What does this imply about societal veneers? It suggests that the carefully constructed facade of American success or normalcy can very easily conceal profound darkness.
Scary thought.
And that sometimes, society itself might even tacitly enable it through its values. It's a scathing social commentary disguised as a horror anthem, forcing us to look at the shadows within our own culture.
As the song progresses, the general horror gives way to something far more specific, almost like a direct confession within the lyrics.
Right, it gets specific.
The lyrics state, I killed Drew, Chris, and Mike, stabbed Jose with a knife, but I don't think I'm going to get away with it this time. This is a significant transition from the implied violence of Bateman to explicit named victims within the song's own unfolding narrative. It makes the horror feel terrifyingly tangible.
This confession is where the song's character, clearly an iteration of Patrick Bateman, and the band's overarching Horrorwood narrative, which is a major part of their identity, as our sources attest, begin to explicitly merge.
The streams cross.
Exactly. This isn't just a generic villain. This is the fictionalized Spencer Charnas, as detailed in the source, acknowledging specific acts. The naming of victims, Drew, Chris, Mike, Jose, makes it feel far more personal and real than vague acts of violence.
Yeah, it ups the stakes.
It builds a crucial sense of narrative stakes, showing that this character isn't just committing abstract violence, but is engaged in a defined, escalating series of crimes within the band's universe. And that line, "but I don't think I'm going to get away with it this time," subtly implies that he has gotten away with it before.
Oh, great.
Further cementing his history as an unpunished predator and building immediate tension.
And the lyrical analysis culminates in an incredibly unsettling final spoken line, delivered with a chillingly calm demeanor.
This confession has meant nothing.
Ugh, that line.
It's a line that just haunts you long after the music fades.
The chilling implication of the statement is profound, and it's a direct callback to the ending of American Psycho itself, both the book and the film.
Okay.
It completely denies any sense of catharsis, either for the character or for you, the listener, who might be hoping for some form of moral reckoning or closure.
No relief. None. It suggests an absolute lack of remorse, a profound void where empathy should be. It leaves you with the disturbing thought that the character's actions are utterly without consequence to himself, psychologically speaking.
Wow.
This perfectly mirrors Bateman's own psychological state in the film, where his confessions fall on deaf ears or are dismissed, reinforcing his ultimate impunity in his own mind. It's a statement that lingers, questioning the very nature of accountability and whether true evil can ever be truly punished or even recognized. It's a nihilistic gut punch at the end.
Now, let's step back a bit and look at where Hip to Be Scared fits into a much larger puzzle. As we mentioned, the song is a key track on Ice Nine Kills' album Welcome to Horrorwood, The Silver Scream 2. And it's listed among a veritable cinematic universe of other incredibly evocative titles like Opening Night, Welcome to Horrorwood itself, Assault and Batteries.
Child's Play, yeah.
Right, the shower scene, funeral derangements,
Pet Cemetery,
Rainy Day,
Resident Evil,
take your pick,
My Bloody Valentine,
a box,
Hellraiser,
FLY,
The Fly, Obvious,
Worst Vacation,
Hostel, nice pun,
Ex Murdis,
Evil Dead,
and Farewell to Flesh.
Candyman, wow, what a lineup.
It's an incredible roster.
This isn't just an album, it's a meticulously crafted concept album, and that's fundamental to understanding Ice Nine Kills.
Right, it's the core idea.
Each song is a deep dive into a different iconic horror film or trope, making Hip to Be Scared the definitive American Psycho installment. This structured, almost cinematic approach is absolutely fundamental to Ice Nine Kills' artistic identity. They're not just making music, they're building an entire horror anthology, track by track, creating an immersive experience for their audience. It's like a meticulously curated sonic horror film festival.
I like that analogy.
And Hip to Be Scared is its chilling opening night feature, setting the tone for the entire Macabre collection. Their commitment to this overarching narrative is what truly sets them apart.
And the music video for Hip to Be Scared isn't just a visual accompaniment. It's intricately woven into the broader Welcome to Horrorwood narrative that spans the entire album.
Yeah, it connects.
The fictionalized Spencer Charnas' actions in this particular video are not isolated incidents. They are explicitly stated in our sources to foreshadow the crimes committed by his cult, the Silent.
Silence, right.
This isn't just a one-off homage, it's a vital piece of an ongoing, interconnected story that keeps fans constantly engaged.
This layering of narrative is what truly elevates Ice Nine Kills beyond a typical metal band. The video isn't just a standalone visual. It's a critical chapter in a much larger, ongoing story that unfolds across multiple songs and videos.
Okay.
The introduction of the Silence cult in this context is a pivotal piece of the band's developing lore, showing that Charnas' villainy isn't just a solitary act, but part of a larger, more organized terror.
Ah, so it expands out.
It demonstrates how the music videos extend far beyond just song promotion, transforming into sophisticated elements of world building. What's fascinating here is how the band uses multimedia. The music, the lyrics, the stunning visuals, and even the meta-narratives within the videos to create an expansive, interconnected horror universe that fans can continuously explore and decode.
It's impressive.
It's a testament to their dedication to creating a truly immersive narrative experience.
Yeah.
You're not just listening, you're investigating this unfolding horror story.
The narrative takes a really shocking and brilliant turn right at the very end of the music video, according to the YouTube transcript we looked at.
Oh, yeah. News report.
Yeah, there's this crucial detail, a breaking news alert, that ships the song's fictional narrative directly into the band's broader lore, blurring the lines between the music video and what feels like reality.
This news report, at the very end of the video, is a masterstroke of meta-narrative and world building. It grounds the fictional violence within a seemingly real-world context, creating a sense of escalating stakes and connecting it directly to the band's identity.
Okay, break it down.
The report states, Police Spencer Charis has been taken into custody after the brutal slaying of his 28 right out of a Hollywood whorehead that a mountain of evidence at the crime, a silent and an ice featured in Welcome to Nothing.
Okay, lot to unpack there.
Right. Let's deconstruct that, because every phrase is packed with meaning for the devoted fan. The mention of Spencer Charis being arrested is profoundly significant. It directly blurs the lines between the artist himself, Spencer Charis, and his fictional persona within the Horrorwood universe, the one who's been pretending to be Bateman.
Right, the actor and the character merge.
Exactly. This creates an immediate visceral connection to the band's identity, making the listener question where the artist ends and the narrative begins. The phrase brutal slaying of his 28 is chillingly vague yet specific.
Yeah, what does his 28 mean?
We don't know for sure. It hints at a far larger body count than just the victims mentioned earlier, or perhaps a specific group of victims, suggesting a widespread reign of terror by Spencer Charis. Then, the inclusion of a silent and an ice is a direct, undeniable, almost mischievous reference to the Silence Cult and Ice Nine Kills themselves, cleverly reinforcing the band's own name as an integral part of this escalating fictional lore.
Like an Easter egg.
Totally. It's like an inside joke for their dedicated fans, pulling them deeper into the mystery. And finally, the mention of Welcome to Nothing, which is often heard and understood by fans as Welcome to Horrorwood.
Connects back to the album.
Links directly back to the album title, bringing the whole narrative full circle and firmly establishing this song as a cornerstone of the Horrorwood universe.
Wow.
If we connect this to the bigger picture, it shows the extraordinary commitment of the band to a narrative that extends beyond just the album, creating a continuous, evolving story for their fans to follow and anticipate across their entire body of work. It's truly impressive long-form world building in a musical format.
Beyond its original album, Hip to Be Scared also has other appearances, showing its importance and versatility within the band's catalog. It was also featured on Welcome to Horrorwood, Under Fire, and there are distinct versions of the track available for fans to explore.
Yes, the existence of an orchestral instrumental version on Welcome to Horrorwood. The Silver Screen 2 orchestral version and a 9-bit instrumental version on the 2024 album Welcome to Horrorwood isn't just about re-releasing the song to milk a hit.
It's more than that.
Oh yeah. It powerfully demonstrates the song's remarkable versatility and the band's creativity in exploring dramatically different sonic textures for the same core thematic material. Imagine hearing the chilling narrative of Patrick Bateman, scored by a full orchestra. The tension, the dread, the, dare I say, beauty of the horror, all amplified by strings and brass.
That sounds amazing.
Then consider the 9-bit version, which strips it back to an almost retro video game aesthetic, making the horror feel unsettlingly detached, like an old nightmare resurfacing in a pixelated world.
Totally different vibe.
Completely. This raises an important question. What does it tell us about the core composition and its inherent strength that it can translate so effectively across such different genres? From heavy metal to full orchestral arrangements to an 8-bit aesthetic.
What is it else?
It suggests a remarkably strong melodic and structural foundation, capable of holding its own and evoking powerful emotions regardless of the instrumentation. It's proof that the underlying musical narrative is robust and compelling.
So, we touched on it briefly earlier, but it's worth revisiting the very American Psycho-esque monologue embedded within the lyrics, where the character delivers a critique of Ice Nine Kills itself. Their early work was a little bit too seen for me.
Yeah, chuckles. Yeah.
But when the Silver Scream came out, I think they really came into their own, commercially and artistically. The whole album has a refined melodic sensibility that really makes it a cut above the rest.
This is fascinatingly meta and Quite bold, wouldn't you say?
Oh, incredibly bold.
It's rare for a band to embed self-critique directly into their work, especially in the voice of a character they're portraying.
It truly is. This segment isn't just a clever nod. It's a self-referential meta-commentary on the band's own artistic journey, directly embedded within a character monologue. What's fascinating here is how they use the very voice of their inspiration, a fictional villain, to reflect on their own artistic growth and evolution. It signals an incredible level of confidence and a clear artistic vision.
They're comfortable with it.
Totally. They're not afraid to acknowledge their past, even if it's through the lens of a character's disdain, and they clearly believe in their current outcome. It demonstrates a self-awareness that is rare and incredibly compelling.
Came into their own, commercially and artistically. That's a direct statement about their success and maturity. And to put it in Bateman's voice, is pure genius. It's like breaking the fourth wall while simultaneously deepening the narrative.
Right.
Making you, the listener, feel privy to an exclusive inside joke or a profound artistic statement. It shows they're truly masters of their craft, even able to mock themselves within it.
So what does all this mean for you, the listener? This isn't just a song you'll hear on a playlist. It's a meticulously crafted piece of an artistic universe.
Whole world.
It respects the source material, American Psycho, builds on it with incredible detail, and creates something entirely new and expansive in the process. It's really a testament to how deep a band can go when they commit to a concept.
This deep dive into Hip to Be Scared shows us how popular culture, be it literature, film, or music, can build upon each other in complex, layered ways.
Yeah, they feed each other.
Exactly. It encourages critical thinking about how artists adapt and reinterpret themes from other mediums, breathing new life into familiar concepts. It demonstrates that a seemingly simple fan song can become a sophisticated narrative device, expanding a band's lore and engaging an audience on multiple intellectual and emotional levels.
Right.
It really pushes the boundaries of what a song can be, turning the listener into a detective almost, piecing together clues and connections across different media. It's an invitation to explore a universe, not just listen to a track.
So we've unpacked the layers of Hip to Be Scared, from its direct, chilling American Psycho references to its intricate role in Ice Nine Kills' sprawling horrorwood narrative. It's really a masterclass in homage, character study, and incredibly intricate musical storytelling.
And this deep dive makes you consider, doesn't it? In a world where art imitates life and life imitates art, how deeply can a fictionalized narrative, especially one so meticulously constructed, influence our perception of an artist and their persona?
That's a heavy question.
It is. Does the art become the artist, or does the artist simply become a conduit for the art they create, maybe disappearing into the shadows of their own terrifying creations? Something to think about.
We definitely encourage you to revisit Hip to Be Scared. Listen closely to the lyrics, watch the music video again, pay attention to all those details we've discussed.
Look for those Easter eggs.
Yeah, you might uncover even more chilling stuff yourself. And if you're brave enough, perhaps explore the broader Welcome to Horrorwood universe for yourself. You might just find yourself happily hip to be scared.